For those of you not familiar with my story, I want to give you a quick rundown. In August 2021, I almost died from arsenic poisoning. My little boy was in the bathtub and he said, "Daddy, the water's so bitter I can't drink it. If I hadn't have put this triple filter on my house, me and my son would have both been dead." You see, I knew there was graphene hydroxide in the jab long before anybody did, and I was passing out these cards. So this group of people that I'm trying to expose with the Full Disclosure Act, yeah, they filled my well with arsenic. So August 25th, 2021, my little boy and I were on the shuttle boat going to our sailboat at the marina, and I was handing out cards to some of my friends, and there was a Zionist doctor on that shuttle boat who decided to verbally attack me. And I was kicked out of the marina. Yeah, the same marina that sank my sailboat a year earlier. Yeah, I was kicked out of a marina for being attacked for teaching people, trying to save people's lives. So, like any good person would, 4 days later, on August 29th, 2021, me and my 6-year-old little boy went to our church of 11 years to hand out free information, to tell people what was going on. I even made free custom USBs. Instead of taking the free information, which was also on disc, we were mobbed and attacked by 25 men and chased out of the church that separated us. I got punched twice. I had to fight my way through this mob of angry men with demons in their eyes, get my kid and get the hell out of there. But nobody would investigate it, even though I reported it. So since I knew what was going on May 23rd, 2022, I was going to file a case against COVID to prove that there was graphene hydroxide in the vaccine. But before I did, I was walking my dog on my property right here, and this entire property was filled with fiberglass. And that's right next to my hot tub here, where me and my little boy play every single day. So what happened? It took me 2 weeks after I got out of jail to clean this property with kitchen tongs on my hands and knees of fiberglass. About 8 kitchen trash bags of baby brown fiberglass all over my yard. So like any good person, I called the police. So after about 5 hours of waiting for the police to come investigate the fiberglass all over my yard that my son and I had been breathing for 8 months, I saw a SWAT team rolling down my street. So I came out here and I said, "Hey, come look at the fiberglass." And they said, "No, we're going to arrest you for domestic violence," even though I hadn't done anything. What they didn't know was I had a tape recorder recording the whole thing. Yeah, they were coming with their SWAT team to intimidate me because I had proof. So then, 3 days later, I took my dog for a walk, and there was a car parked at that driveway right there, and an officer jumped out, and they tackled me right here, and they arrested me for domestic violence based on the phone that they got from the mom 3 days after the SWAT team came. Little did they know, I had the whole thing filmed. So after 2 days of being in the clink, all of a sudden I got electrocuted through my tooth, a fake tooth that was put in by a doctor in Georgetown, Colorado in 2016. So 6 years later, I got electrocuted in my tooth. And right when I was getting electrocuted in my tooth, the nurse came in and said, "Hey, are you feeling any pain?" And I said, "No, I'm doing just fine," even though my entire body was being electrocuted through this tooth. And on June 15th, 1 month later, I was sitting here at my kitchen table and the sheriff came up with papers that said, "We're going to take your kid from you." So naturally, when I got to court, I said, "Hey guys, I brought this poster board with me. This is a genocide. We need to do something about it." But they didn't do anything about it, no. So naturally, I went into court and said, "Well, I'm being attacked by secret societies for exposing the fact that COVID is a genocide." But they didn't seem to care, even though all of the authorities had my Novax Life flash drives that proved it was a genocide. So now you know why I'm trying to expose the secret societies who've infiltrated our government systems. Because the reality is, if you try and expose the truth, they will try and eliminate you. So please, sign the Full Disclosure Act today. We need to get this done, right? Secret societies do not belong in our government institutions. Peace.